God, thank you so much. Thank you, Max.
Vous pouvez voir cette femme pleurer et probablement penser qu'elle est triste ou quelque chose de terrible lui est arrivé. Cependant, toutes ces larmes que vous voyez sont des larmes de joie pour le bonheur qu'elle vient de recevoir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Max. God bless you. God bless you.
Lorsque nous avons rendu visite à cette femme pour la première fois, elle souffrait d'une douleur extrême.
My daughter was gone. She could not handle it. She could not survive it. She had wounds everywhere because of the beating I used to.
Son mari l'avait torturée pendant qu'elle était enceinte et l'a battue jusqu'à la mort de leur enfant.
I felt betrayed. I felt stabbed by that one person I trusted. By that one person I called my mom. By that one person I know that she carried me for 9 months. Why would she do this to me? Why would she hurt me?
Lorsque nous lui avons rendu visite, elle avait de nombreux problèmes.
I have no brother. I have no sister. I have taken care of.
Tels que des dettes et un cœur blessé par sa mère biologique qui a volé son mari. La douleur qu'elle a ressentie n'a pas de nom ou des mots qui puissent la décrire.
And that was my journey. Pain. Missing love, mother's love. Missing someone to hold me and tell me I love you. Someone to nurture me as a teenage girl. Someone to tell me what to do, what is right and what is wrong. That marriage created a vacuum more bigger.
La vie n'est belle lorsqu'elle est partagée avec des personnes importantes pour nous, nos parents, nos conjoints, nos frères et sœurs ou amis.
I tried suicide so many times, but I found myself waking up.
Mais à quoi ressemblerait-elle si tout le monde choisit de nous trahir?
Life became more hard.
Pour Martha, cela a été un enfer, une vie de regrets, de dépression et de trahison dans laquelle la mort était son meilleur choix. Lorsque nous avons diffusé son histoire, elle était en larmes après une vie pleine d'expériences traumatisantes. Ensuite, la communauté d'Afromax a contribué de l'argent pour changer sa vie et nous sommes revenus pour la voir.
So now we have a message for you, giving life. You know, people have tried to...
Cette fois, nous lui avons donné le don de la communauté Afromax via givinglife.com.
You can open yourself and check. And,
en ouvrant le sac, elle ne pouvait pas retenir son bonheur. Elle était remplie de joie et a chanté des chansons de louange.
What? Oh my God. You are Yahweh. 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 Alpha and Omega. You are Yahweh. Alpha and Omega.
En tant que chrétienne dévouée, Martha a tant de raisons de remercier Dieu.
Thank you so much, giving life. Oh my God, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. I don't know what to say, I really don't know what to say, but may God bless each and every hand that has stretched because of me. Every hand that has not slept, has worked hard just to see Soipan be where she is today. May God bless you, may God bless you, may God expand your territories. May God see you through for listening, for carrying my burden, for carrying my son's burden. As much as you have carried my burden, may God carry your burden. May God send destiny connectors to all of you. May God always enlarge your territories. Everybody who has donated, may God continue blessing them abundantly. And may God see you through. I lack words.
My mom left me at a very tender age. So by the time my mom was leaving me, I was at the age of 2 years. And that time, my mom coming back, when I was 10 years, she had already created a big vacuum, and I could not see her as my mother because I was being raised by her elder sister.
Malheureusement, depuis l'âge de 10 ans, elle n'a pas reçu d'affection de ses parents puisqu'elle n'avait que sa mère.
My dad died in the year 1995 and I never had a chance to meet him or know him.
Et quand elle a essayé de solliciter ses tantes et oncles de la grande famille, ils ont répondu par une horrible lettre qui la hante jusqu'à aujourd'hui.
At the tender age of 10, I could not understand what it was written because it was in vernacular. But today I remember it very clearly and I came to understand what was written. And this is what was written. Your mother does not care about you. Why should we care about you? You shall live in poverty, die in poverty, and also dig yourself a grave and bury yourself.
Ta mère ne se soucie plus de toi. Pourquoi devrions-nous nous soucier de toi? Tu vivras dans la misère, mourras dans la pauvreté, nous creuserons une tombe et t'enterrerons. Elle pensait qu'elle surmontait son horrible passé et construisait une vie conjugale après avoir rencontré un homme qui a juré de changer son visage de larmes à la joie.
This person used to beat me naked and switching off the lights. He would always see me, but me, I would not see him. So he would never ever miss anything. Even when he was beating me, he was never missing. And so this night he beat me. I remember he beat me from around, it was around 9 p.m. in the evening. He beat me until 4 a.m. in the morning, non-stop. And that time he had closed the door with a big seat so no one would push. And because everybody around feared him, no one would come and rescue me. And when he realized that the beating was not enough, that is when he took an iron box. He switched off the lights, plugged in the iron box, and burnt me with it on my back. And that is when I collapsed. He took off. And the next morning, I found myself in the hospital bed.
Mais l'homme était encore pire que la façon dont elle pouvait penser parce qu'il l'a maltraité physiquement presque à la mort. Néanmoins, le pire n'était pas encore arrivé.
I delivered a bouncing baby girl. But 3 hours later, my daughter was gone. She could not handle it. She could not survive it. She had wounds everywhere because of the beating I used to endure in her pregnancy. My heart broke. I wished death. I asked God why. My only hope was gone.
Martha a découvert que son ex-mari violent avait une liaison avec sa mère, ce qui l'a radicalement traumatisée. Ainsi, sans emploi, sans argent et personne pour l'aider, Martha s'est tournée vers les églises pour s'y réconforter.
Decided one Sunday afternoon, why don't we go and surprise her and pay her a visit? We didn't even call her because I knew I was going to see my mom, and we went. But to my surprise, my mom again with my ex, cuddling, eating together. And so the man came out courageously and asked, has she never told you? Asking on my aunt. And so my aunt has told us what? We have been living as husband and wife over 15 years.
15 years.
Mais les pasteurs de ces églises vers lesquelles elle s'est retournée, qui voulaient profiter d'elle, l'ont laissé tomber lorsqu'elle a refusé.
And I remember in the year 2008, I thought, I've been in marriage and I've always been told not to go to church. Why don't I start going to church? Because now I'm far away from this person. I ventured into a church that was in town. So after the church was over, on my way out, one of the young pastors in the church called me and told me, I've heard that you even live in Dandora, where you live too. Let's exchange contacts so that every time we have fellowship, we can be fellowshipping together and coming to church together from the people from Dandora. And so I agreed because I knew I was in church and I knew I was in the safe hands. One day he asked me, why don't you bring your CV, because I can see you suffering and I have friends who can get you a better job. I was happy. I gave him my CV and I waited for him to get me a better job because I was still working as casual for people. After some time he called me and told me, I found a job for you, Martha, and the person who is going to employ you is in my house. So come and meet this person. I was happy. And because his house and my house was not far, I had just to run because I knew my life would change. So I went innocently where he used to stay, and I knocked the door and I was told to come in. So I pushed the door inside and entered. He was behind the door. So immediately I got in, he shut the door and he attacked me. I was so innocent, I was not ready for any attack. So by the time I started to look for strength to defend myself, it was too late. He overpowered me. He laid me on his bed. He torn my clothes and he raped me. I asked him, why did you do this? He pushed me out of his house. I told him, how do you expect me to go naked? He threw a shit on me. I went home. My heart broke once again. And a month later I became sick. And when I visited the hospital, I was told I was expectant. I looked for him. And I went and told him, here's the letter from the doctor. After whatever you did for me, this is the results.
You were pregnant that time?
I was pregnant with the baby. Out of rape. He looked at me and he told me, you need to get rid of that bastard. I am building my career. I need nothing to distract me. After all, you're not my class. He used words so hurting, and he gave me 1,000 bob and forced me for an abortion. I delivered a bouncing baby boy.
Amen.
Today he's 12 years.
Amen.
And every time I look at him, I thank God for him.
Toute cette horrible expérience a affecté ce jeune garçon que Martha appelle désormais sa raison de vivre. Elle le lève seul son garçon et elle espère s'y remarier bientôt.
Circumstances have made me being a single mother, of which I'm still in the process of healing, and I have hopes that one day marriage will work for me. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we've been here with
Martha continue d'améliorer sa vie et est reconnaissante pour ce qu'elle a accompli, en particulier après la visite d'Afrimax.
I remember very well 8 months ago Afrimax visited me, and I would really say that my life was not what I am today. I was really going through a lot. I was in depression, I was in debt, I was in a dilemma. I could not even understand my life because I had just realized so many things that are happening in my life and I didn't know, things that hit me so hard. But when Afrimax visited me and my story was aired, first of all, I really want to thank God even for bringing Afrimax in my life, because I got a lot of encouragement, I got a lot of support, that moral support that I needed. I got a lot of messages that people were supporting me, and during that period of 8 months, I came to realize that Soipan is just not a normal woman, but Soipan is a voice to the voiceless. Soipan is a fraternity that
Dans sa détermination à changer sa vie pour de bon, Martha pardonne à sa mère et à son ex-mari, même si elle souffre toujours des traumatismes qu'elle a endurés.
Have you forgiven your mother and your ex?
I have forgiven them, and like I said the other time, I left vengeance to God. What I do, I've always told people, you forgive, but you keep a distance. I have kept a distance because I realized I should love myself first, and I should appreciate myself. Another thing, I should love my son. My son is a blessing.
Maintenant, elle a consacré sa vie à aider les autres qui traversent le même problème ou même pire.
I got a lot of negativity. People insulted me, people called me names, but I never used the stones that were thrown to me to throw back. I used them to build myself a castle that today I call it Soipan Fraternity. I've been able to reach so many people countrywide, and I pray that I'll be able even to grow globally, because I have been a voice to so many people. I have been an encouragement to so many people. I've been able to be a bridge, and people have crossed the bridge or the river on the other side through Soipan Fraternity.
Aujourd'hui, Martha s'aventure dans le monde des affaires et prévoit d'utiliser l'argent qu'elle a reçu aujourd'hui pour développer son entreprise.
I've tried to do businesses and I'm still doing businesses. Like I said, I lost my shop when I was in debt. And so when even Afrimax shared my story, the little I got, I first had to take my son back to school. I had to pay the debts I had, and I had at least to make sure that now I can be able to put a 3-meal day on the table of my son. So I'm still doing my business, but I've not yet been able to put up the shop that I really wanted. And if I'm able to put that shop, I think I'll be very, very happy. Yes, I would love you guys to come and let's put a shop for Soipan. As much as there's Soipan Fraternity, let's rebuild Gabriel Collection. Gabriel Collection is my son's name, and my shop, I had branded it Gabriel Collection because every time I would read the name Gabriel, I would get the strength and I would get the power to move on.
So now you're selling online?
Yes.
How?
I post on my page. I have a page on Facebook, Gabriel Collection with small g, on my status on my Facebook, on my Instagram. That's how I do, and that is how I get my clients and I deliver everything they want.
Merci d'avoir suivi cette vidéo. N'oubliez pas de vous abonner. C'était Afrimax français.